nobody will disagree with you that all of us, not just Treasury or government, but all of us need to speak as a team, right? How many of us would say the same things about the positive things about our country whenever we are asked over a cocktail? You have a shared responsibility to sell your country, create not false confidence, but certainly create confidence in our country. That's not a government job. The beneficiary of any confidence building process, the benefit of any investment process is not a benefit accruing to government. Yes, we can collect a bit more revenue on the side if the right things happen. The benefit is to South Africans. So, can South Africans take ownership of their country? Can South Africans become involved in determining the destiny of their country? But also make a stake, put a stake in. You know, not just on the JSE. Put a stake into the country so that we can all make it work for future generations. So we'll get there. We'll get there. You will never have unanimity, except I don't know, if you all agree to wear a red tie or a red dress tomorrow, maybe you might make it. But for the rest, building consensus is very much the South African way, by the way. That's where we've come from since 1994. And it needs extraordinary people in very ordinary situations to actually show what it means to be forgiving or to be generous or go the extra mile or step back sometimes in order that we create that little space in which we can actually find each other. And the soft side of what we're talking about is as important as the figures, the KPMG. So the numbers are important, but the soft side is equally important. You get some of the soft side right, the numbers begin to take care of themselves. Our preoccupation is not rating agencies. Our preoccupation is putting the country on the right footing. And I said this right at the beginning, that if we make the right choices about growth, if we build the right consensus, if we put our half or fully developed plans into action, if we can get the right balance between macroeconomic stability and real economy interventions and build the confidence that is required to get investment going, everybody, including ratings agencies and our own people, far more importantly, will believe that we as a government, but also as an elite, are doing the right things by them at the end of the day. So we'll have exchanges with the ratings agencies, I think pretty soon, 2 of them. And I certainly believe that we have a product to sell on your behalf. And to convince South Africans that government has done as well as it could in these circumstances. But in doing so, we've been very frank. We've been very frank about what the limits are, but also what the possibilities are, and where the hope lies, and where the opportunities lie. But hope and opportunity are like fruit on a tree. Leave them there forever and they will rot. Seize them and make something of it, you can add value to it. And the real challenge I think we have is, how do you seize the fruit? How do you seize the moment? So I'm going back to my good old activist days, trying to mobilize all of you and saying, become active, become involved, engage in some kind of way. Don't become distant visitors in your own country, right? And find different avenues and ways. Hopefully, the opportunity you have today is one of them, to come up with that. We might have all very different ideas. That's fine, but you're involved, not disengaged. Disengagement, as you know from your own employment situation or your firms, is the worst position to have an employee in. Am I right? Where you're sitting back, I don't care what the firm does, I don't care where it goes, etc., etc. Being engaged in some way offers possibilities for us to actually go forward.